What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I have a different video for you guys. Rather than being in my shop, I'm out here in the wilderness of the Adirondacks. I just did a couple peaks out here alone and stayed the night down by Giant's Wash Bowl in the Adirondack Mountains in New York. So I'm just kind of going to go over some of the things that I used and pretty much just let you see what I had on me during my ascent. So down below here at the base, it was probably like 35 degrees when it started. Towards the top of the mountains, it instantly got more snowy. There was ice everywhere, and the temperature dropped about 15 degrees. And then once the the wind hit in, it dropped even further because it was some very, very strong winds. So it could have easily been, 10, 15 degrees with the wind. So I'll just kind of start from the beginning and let you see what I had. Starting at the bottom, I just had a pair of Danner boots, but working our way up. These are what I had on yesterday. This is Patagonia's PCU level 5 bottoms in their alpha green color. It's more of a gray, but alpha green. This is what I had on during the entire time, and I felt great. Legs weren't really cold at all, and it did pretty good for keeping me dry and not letting me get wet after how much sweat that there was, because there was a lot. Then moving up, I had their level 5 PCU jacket in none other than AOR2 with the hood, and this thing is incredible. I really loved having this going up and at the top of the mountain and coming down, just because there's so many different ways you can vent it, with the pockets under the armpit, or the mechanical zippers over at the armpit area. But it was just great to be able to dump heat if I was getting too hot, or zip it up and retain more heat if it was too cold and too windy. Just awesome. But underneath of that, if it was cold, I had this on. This is Arc'teryx's Delta half zip, Arc'teryx Leafs Delta half zip jacket. Yep, it's got just grid fleece on the inside. It's basically your level 2 jacket with a hood and a built-in mask to help keep the air warm as you breathe, and help your lungs absorb more oxygen faster. I guess that's the proper way to explain it. But at the very, very top, when I was sitting down trying to eat and all of that stuff, I had this right here. This is a little bit of a sneak peek, actually. This is Patagonia's PCU level 3A light loft wind jacket, and this basically feels like pretty much the same material as a poncho liner, except it's a jacket, so it's similar to a whoopee hoodie. But what do we have? Light loft shell wind resistant jacket is what it's called, and it did very, very good at blocking the wind because there was a lot of it, and it definitely helped me stay warm. There was a couple times when I started to just feel way too cold, and I was slowing down, and I threw that bad boy on with this underneath, and it was really, really great. For hands, I had 2 different pairs of gloves. These are just outdoor researches. I think they're the Vigor heavyweight or midweight gloves. Vigor sensor. They've got these 2 black fingers, so that, like, the fingertips, so that you can use devices if you want, but I didn't need them at all. And they've got little grips on the hands, so if you're trying to grab anything, it helps. So I use these. And for the spots where I was caught up in snow and ice and needed to use an ice axe to kind of climb, I had these on. These are Outdoor Research's Poseidon gloves. So these are made with Gore-Tex. They're waterproof, and the palms have like a very, very grippy, like Hypalon material. It almost feels like, it doesn't even say on here. It's just rubber, I guess, but it's an intermediate cold weather glove. So it has a little bit of like a fleece kind of feel on the inside, and the outside right here at the palms is rubber, so it really helps grab onto things. So dealing with the ice axes, actually climbing up some solid sheets of ice, these were awesome. Kept my hands dry, kept my hands warm, and helped me actually maintain a solid grip on the tools. So also at the very top, when it was cooler, very cold, and I sat down for a few minutes to kind of relax and catch my breath, this is Eagle Industries AOR2 hand warmer. So the inside of it is this really, really nice, like almost Sherpa type material, and it's got nylon When you put your hands inside of it, it's got these elastic kind of cuffs around both ends with the shock cord, so you can cinch it down around your hands. It's got a waist strap, so you can wear it like a fanny pack. You can just stick your hands inside, and it really does help. Even if you have, especially if you have gloves on. It's got a little pocket at the top here with fleece on one side, and that fake like Sherpa fur kind of feeling material to the back, so you can stick your phone in there. You can stick whatever you want. At the very bottom, you've got a little spot for a hand warmer if you have them, but this is what I used at the very top for my hands. And I think that's all of it for gear. Yeah, I pretty much just kept the Arc'teryx's their leaf jacket on. I love this thing. It's so comfortable and warm. And I also had these pants on. These are Patagonia's Lost Arrow USDAS pants. They're kind of like a light loft, almost jogger pant, and they're incredibly comfortable. But for some of the gear I did have a Black Diamond climbing axe, and I had ice spikes, because I mean there was so much snow and ice towards the top. But for navigation, we'll start off with navigation. First off, I used the All Trails app. They just pretty much kind of tell you exactly where you need to go, and it uses your phone. You don't need internet or anything like that, and that was very easy. So I kind of follow the pace plan with my navigation, because getting lost, especially in the mountains in the wintertime or the cold, is not good. So my primary was All Trails. My secondary was like the little trail markers, just being able to actually see if you get lost. You know, if you go off trail a little bit because there's so much snow, you can use that to kind of see where you're supposed to be. Contingency is going to be this right here. This is the Garmin Fortrek 601. So if I get a little bit too far lost and I can't see any trail markers, or All Trails isn't working, if I have this set, it'll show you, number one, it'll show you your trail that you've been on that you have deviated from, so you can follow your tracks back to where you are. It'll actually bring up like a whole display that shows you where you were. And it's my contingency, and also it has your grid coordinates on here, so with your map you can actually find your grid. And my emergency is I always have a paper map, and I keep that in a waterproof container. You may have recognized this little Magpul DACA pouch with the Velcro, but when I come out here I always take it with me. And I have, if I can get it out, a paper map with a protractor and a compass in here. That way, no matter what, if you've studied your map and you know the area you're going to be in, you can always figure out exactly where you are and where you need to go. So this is, worst comes to worst, you know, Old Faithful will get you back where you need to be. You just got to use your mind a little bit. So there's that. And, you know, just trusty handy dandy Leatherman up there. You know, you can use the saw on here for cutting wood, use the knife for cutting whatever you need to. Out here, from most of the spring, summer, and fall, you have to have a bear can. The flathead on here I use to get into the bear can to get to my food and water. So this thing is used quite often. Headlamp, I've got Black Diamond's Storm R500 lumen rechargeable headlamp. This thing has kept me going in the pitch black, in the pouring rain, and like I will never ever buy another headlamp. This thing is incredible. And solar battery pack. So if your phone dies, which it's going to, because especially in the cold weather, your battery just gets sapped and eaten right away by the cold. Something like this, where you can just throw it up on top of your tent, or you can strap it to your pack. This can get your phone back up and going. It'll take a while if it's not pre-charged before your trip, but very, very handy. And just about done here. This is a Spirit Assistance fanny pack. And here I keep my water filtration stuff. So I've got a Sawyer Mini in here that I've had for years and years. I lost my dirty bag, don't even know where that is. I have a Vortex little rangefinder. I think it's an Impact 1000. Yeah, I just use this. At the top you can see where you're going, see what your terrain looks like, all that good stuff. And then I have a whole bunch of stuff in here for pack repair. This is something that's super underrated but super important. every time I go out into the wilderness, I always make sure I have stuff to repair my pack or my gear. So I have 2 spare female and male buckles. I think they're just 1-inch ones. I have a whole little gear aid repair packet. It's just stuffed full of waterproof stuff and all kinds of things. So if I cut a jacket or my tent gets a hole, I can fix it. Some 550 cord, and there's a second one somewhere, I just don't know where it is. A little tri-glide so that you can fix straps or whatever. You have a lighter in here somewhere, and that's pretty much it. I've got also little energy water packets from Alani. But I really think that's about all we've got for you. Yeah. Thanks for watching the video. I hope that getting to see some of the things that I've used out here has helped you, and you can kind of see the things that I like to do. Like I said, I just summited the Gothics mountain from Pyramid Peak. It was a great time, lots of snow, lots of ice. It was a blast. And the campsite here at the base of Giant's Wash Bowl is awesome. There's a ginormous waterfall right over here. There's plenty of water around. I had like 3,000 milliliters of water with me. I had this Nalgene bottle that has a drink mix in it now. And I also had this little Hydro Pack bottle, bladder as well. So there's 3,000 liters of water. I didn't need to stop and refill it all. I haven't yet, but there's streams everywhere in the Adirondacks, which is awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you will, and hoping to get videos like this out once a month of actually being out here in the wilderness for you guys and showing you the things that I use. I love being out here, so it's a real goal of mine to be able to kind of share and provide information for all of you. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.